Hey, what's up, Hookah Domain? This is Silencer. So here's Cryptic Mac. Also known as Tony. Doing another review for you guys today. Today we'll be taking a look at something that our good friend Jonathan over at Sahara Smoke was nice enough to send to us. He sent over a nice big box of materials for us, including some Hookah Black Label, which is the herbal stuff that they make for their site. We'll be taking a look at some of the watermelon flavor today. Setup is going to be two-face, my Maya QT that I picked up from Hookah-Shisha, standard hoses, standard Maya bowl, single Coconara coal on top. It's interesting to note about this Black Label, there's your container right there, that this stuff is 100% natural. There's no actual tobacco involved, it's all just Middle Eastern herbs and spices. And it contains 0 nicotine and 0 tar. Essentially, it takes the one gripe that some people have health concern-wise about regular shisha and eliminates the problem. Like I said, none of this is actual tobacco. It's just herbal stuff. The cut on it, much longer than a typical hookah freak cut. I noticed that immediately. Also, the way it's the kind of moisture in it's a little bit different. It has sort of a water and oil base to it that's a little unfamiliar to me. Regarding the way it smells, it does smell very much like watermelon. I like it. It has a nice strong flavor to it, but if you breathe it in for a long enough time, you get almost like a plastic back to it. There's something else in there you can smell. So I was interested to see how it was going to smoke. But all in all, again, just based by appearances, aside from looking weird as heck and solid black, which all of them are, it seemed like just a regular shisha, albeit with a slightly different texture. Anyway, regarding how it smokes, Tony over here has been pulling for a little while. It produces nice-sized clouds. You gotta keep a very consistent source of heat on this stuff to keep it going, because getting it going is a little tricky sometimes. But it burns okay. The flavor off of it comes off okay. Comes off pretty well too. Maybe not as big of clouds as I would like, but it doesn't burn like tobacco. So I really have no representation by which to, or I mean, you know, no prior experience by which to go on when it comes to herbal shishas. I'm assuming, I mean, I think it's doing pretty well. Flavor lasts a pretty long time on this stuff. I think it's a nice, healthy alternative for people that are worried about, you know, the tiny amount of nicotine that comes associated with other shishas. So it does have that advantage. It is very smooth. Cloud sides are very nice. Nothing very harsh about it. The one worry I do have, and that I did have previously, was we had tried a bowl of some of the Black Label before. I think we did Tropical Punch or something. And when it starts to burn, yeah, it's pretty much toast. Yes. I mean, this stuff burns like bad plastic if you actually get to the point where it is on fire and melting. So you really got to watch your heat management.
Yeah, that's why I've been taking the windscreen on and off. And flavor, it tastes like watermelon, but for someone who likes tobacco, not for me.
Well, again, there's a little something else going on in the background besides just the flavor. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it. But, you know, and it's interesting because in a way it almost tastes more artificial.
Yeah.
But, you know, in spite of being more natural. But I don't think it's a bad smoke necessarily. This is definitely the healthiest of the healthy stuff you can possibly buy in terms of what your shisha options are. So, I mean, this and maybe a Soix or, you know, some of the other herbal shishas out there. It's not bad. I'm glad that I tried it. I think it's a new experience that I think everybody should try at least a kind of herbal shish. But, again, unless you have specific company that likes to have 0 nicotine, or you yourself enjoy something that is, you know, lighter, but at the same time it feels like it's been processed more, this stuff is definitely for you. Otherwise, you'd be just as well to spend your money. It'd be just as well to spend your money on some stuff that actually has some bad stuff in there for you. What can I say? I'm a glutton for stuff that's terrible. But, I don't know. I liked it just fine. I don't think there was anything spectacular about it, but it was better than I expected it to be, so,
yeah.
call it about a 7. 7 out of 10 sounds reasonable to me. Tony?
Yeah, I'd say 7. I mean, flavor is okay. Not, like, real heavy flavor. One thing I wish they would do is make it more flavorful instead of taste like it is an herbal sheesh, instead of tasting like a Starbuzz or a Fantasia or their regular stuff.
See, I go with Tony to a certain extent there as well, just because if you're going to do something that you know is going to have a little bit of a different taste and texture to it than what you're expecting in a shisha, why not overcompensate and at least make it more flavorful? At least then you can bury, you know, whatever different smoking effects there are underneath of it. Yeah, anyway, 7 out of 10 is what we're going with. I'm Silencer. That guy over there is Cryptic Mac, also known as Tony, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later.